The Longest Kick, written by Elaine Reese Wyman and illustrated by Rita Friedman. The Longest Kick. Every Sunday, people go to Clanksville. They go to watch a football game. However, every Sunday, even more people go to Letter People Land. They go to listen to a football story. And this is how it all begins. One day, a new letter person comes to Letter People Land. "I am Mr. K," he says. "Sometimes I'm called Kicking K." "Oh, I hope you are careful not to kick anyone," says the mayor. "Oh, I never kick anything but a ball," smiles Mr. K. "And right now I am practicing kicking footballs." The mayor shows Mr. K a field where he may kick his footballs. The field is at the bottom of a high hill. "What's on the other side of the hill?" asks Mr. K. "The town of Clanksville," answers the mayor. "Clanksville," repeats Mr. K, very excited. "I've heard of Clanksville," says Mr. K. "They have a famous football team. Maybe someday I can be their kicker." "Can you kick far?" asks the mayor. "No, not yet," says Mr. K, "but I will keep practicing." Every day, Mr. K goes to the field to practice kicking. He practices and practices, but he cannot kick the ball far. People come to watch Mr. K kick. Day after day, Mr. K asks, "Do you think I'm good enough to be the kicker for the Clanksville team?" "We're sorry, Mr. K," they answer. "You do not kick the ball very far." "Well, I'll keep trying," says Mr. K. One day, there's a terrible storm in Letter People Land. The wind blows trees down, and it rains and rains. Eventually, rain floods the streets. It is impossible to drive anywhere. The telephones aren't working, and Letter People Land is in trouble. The people meet at town hall. "We need help," says the mayor. "I've tried to reach Clanksville, but there is no way to reach them." Suddenly, Mr. K rushes in, carrying a large sack. "I have figured out a way to reach Clanksville," he says. "Come, follow me." Mr. K leads everyone through the flooded streets. Luckily, the wind and the rain finally stopped. Mr. K takes the people to his practice field. "Mr. K," says the mayor, "we don't have time to watch you kick footballs. We have to find a way to reach Clanksville." "Oh, but I will show you," says Mr. K proudly. Mr. K asks everyone to climb to the top of the hill. "Now look carefully," says Mr. K. "Far away you can see the town of Clanksville." "Well, seeing Clanksville will not help us," says the mayor. "We have to get a message to the town." "But I have a way to do it," says Mr. K. Out of the sack, Mr. K takes one of his red footballs. Mr. K lifts the red football. Everyone reads, "Send help to Letter People Land." "See, this sack is filled with red footballs," says Mr. K, "and I painted this message on each football." "Mr. K," says the mayor, "we cannot get a football to Clanksville." "What are we going to do with a sack of footballs?" "Why, I'm going to kick them," says Mr. K. "One of these footballs should surely reach Clanksville." Mr. K looks sad. "Well," says the mayor, "it might be impossible for anyone to kick a football that far to Clanksville." "You know, sometimes if you keep trying, anything is possible," says Mr. K. "Please let me try." "Okay, go ahead and try, Mr. K." "Try, Mr. K," shout all the people. Mr. K kicks a red football and everyone cheers. But the football does not go very far. He takes out another football out of the sack and kicks it. That one doesn't go very far either. Mr. K kicks and kicks and kicks, but he cannot kick a football to Clanksville. Suddenly, Suddenly, a strong wind starts blowing again. "We're going to have to go back to the town hall," says the mayor. "Wait," says Mr. K. "This is my last football. Please let me kick it. I will try harder than ever." Everyone waits. Mr. K kicks the ball high into the air. All at once, the wind blows stronger than it's ever blown before, and it swoops up the red football and floats it on with the wind. Everyone cheers and cheers. Soon the football is out of sight. No one can see it. Everyone returns to town hall. "Mr. K," says the mayor, "the football will probably never reach Clanksville. However, we are very proud of you. You kept trying and trying to help us." Suddenly they heard some loud noises. "I hear sirens and horns," says Mr. K. Everyone rushes outside. The Clanksville fire engines and police cars are arriving in Letter People Land. How did Clanksville know we needed help? Wondered the mayor. Suddenly, the mayor sees the Clanksville chief of police holding a red football.